Hey y'all, it's Hot Rod here. So I'm working on my 57 Chevy and I'm putting a Speedway disc brake kit on it. I couldn't find out some details online, so I'm going to skip the generic how to put them on and show you some details that I was wondering about that now I know. So maybe it'll help you with your disc brake kit in preparation for putting it on. So here are some of the details. Obviously, you take all your old spindles and all not your spindle, your old hub off, your drum hub. You take that nut off right there, that right there. You take your steering arm off. There's your steering arm right there. By the way, the size for these steering arm bolts right here are 5/8 on the head and the nut, and there's a long bolt and a short bolt, and the long bolt goes in the back. Long goes in the back of it right here. And the short one in the front. So, and the other thing is, so they give you these brackets here. And so I was like not sure which way that they went. Since mine's a 57 Chevy. Some models, like 59 and such, they want a spacer here, but not on this model. So, the way it goes is, here's your bracket, and the bracket bends where my thumb's at, bends to the inside of the car. I'll put it up here so you can see it. The bracket bends to the inside of the car. So that right there tucks in behind that lower steering bolt hole on the back, and the upper one goes on there with no spacer. With no spacer like that. With no spacer. And that's how it fits on there. Anyway, and they give you a thin nut. I mean, they give you a thin-headed nut for the top of this. And I tried putting a slight little washer behind it. No go. I mean, it's just barely enough room to get about a nickel thickness. After the nut's put on with no washer, it's just barely about a nickel, maybe 1/8 inch of thick. I mean, a room clearance for the back of the rotor and the face of the nut. So anyway, and also you have a spacer here to put on the front for your steering arm when you bolt your steering arm back on it. And as best I can tell, from what I read and what I understand and what I see, that's the thickness of this bracket and this spacer included in there, will push your steering arm back almost exactly 3/8 of an inch. So you'll have to shorten down your steering tie rod here 3/8 of an inch. Actually, I measured it with the dial caliper, and it was 0.370. So it's 3,700. 0.370 is how much. Like this spacer is 0.370 thick here, and the bracket is the same thickness exactly. So you'll have to shorten that down 0.370, which is right at 3/8 of an inch. So anyway, that's about the gist of it. Other than that, you got to make, it's pretty straightforward. I got the drilled and slotted kit, so you got to be sure there's a left and a right. And the way the kit's marked, it is marked correct left and right. So you got to pay attention to that. Other than that, I've heard rumor that you had to re-drill the cotter pin hole here because it was too deep, and that's not true. Not on this kit. You can use either one of the holes. They will both work just fine. All this fit, the bearings that they sent all fit really good. No issues, no modifying. Some kits I've heard you gotta drill these out a little bit bigger, slightly. Not on this one. Those are fine. I didn't have to drill anything out. So anyway, that's the gist of it. I would recommend that you paint your calipers before you put them on, because I'm sure they will rust. Mine do not have any finish nor any paint on them, and I don't want them rusting later. So anyway, that's the gist of it. So anyway, other than that, it's pretty much, you can figure it out. It's not too hard. Anyway, Hot Rod's Woodshed. Peace out, y'all. Thanks for watching. Be sure to comment if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Peace out.